Okay, we are live from Omaha. Hi, everybody. I came in a little early. I know I was scheduled for 9. It's 8:30, but I had my test stream running for the last 3 hours, and there are people coming on there as well. But we're all back at the hotel, and I figured before people start rolling out, let's open the official live stream from Omaha. And let's see, we had about 10 people in the test stream. I don't know. Now probably won't have anybody. But that's all right. People start rolling in. So we had a great meetup. It really was a lot of fun, I tell you. I really like this one. It's very intimate. We did a lot of eating, as you usually do. We had the drift bus, which is always fun, yesterday. And then last night we all got together on our own, but on our own means we're all together anyway. Every time that we went out to eat, we all went out together on the shuttle bus from the hotel. And then we had ice cream afterwards. We walked around to the old town. Had a lot of fun this morning. We paired off and did yard selling, and we went to the state sales. And made new friends. Kate and her daughter Robin were nice enough to take me with them. We went to like 4 estate sales, and all of this stuff will be documented in my blog, which I will put out. I'll publish that once I get on. And then this afternoon we had the meeting of the minds where we had 4 speakers. And that was very informative and enjoyable. And then we just went to a nice wood-fired pizza place, which was great. And we just got back, so we're all here and ready to kind of wrap it up for the weekend. So let's see. Let's check the chat. Oh, we got some people. Pocket change reseller pocket. Hey, Jefferson, how are you? And Mary, my partner, who's always there. She can definitely be counted on. And that's about it. So let me maybe get some people to come on and tell us their experiences. When they come by, we'll come by with this. Corey, all right, you come and say hello. So there's one of the hosts. You know this guy.
Who do we got tonight?
Corey. Well, we got Mary. We got Jefferson for pocket change.
Mary's in here. Hey, yeah, Mary.
Mary did the trick.
We missed you, Mary. We needed you here.
Yeah.
If for no other reason to keep Mike in line.
Yeah, I was a wild card this whole week. Right? He couldn't get me out of my room. Actually,
it's been out of control.
I kept on missing it. I was late for everything. And God bless John, the other host. He kept on staying on top of me and calling me, "You coming down? You coming to dinner?" And I was late for everything. So I was kind of off pace this weekend.
He was up late. He got a little loopy last night. He was streaking out the parking lot. We had to reel him in.
You're not supposed to tell him that. So Corey obviously is one of the hosts, and he was the original host of the meetup back 2 years ago when it's in Michigan. And he was also the host last year and the host this year. This is his last official year as a host for the Plains of Coffee.
Now I get to be an attendee.
He's going to just take a break next year and just enjoy like the rest of us without all that crazy preparation work.
Yeah, I never get to streak in the parking lot. Next year's my time.
Next year's your time. Yeah, we'll put that right on the schedule. How about that? Right?
It's one of the events. It's a pay-per-view.
So, what was your opinion of this meetup?
It was fun. It was a little bit smaller than this year than it was the last couple of years, but it was actually really fun.
Yeah,
we get to move as a group everywhere.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole point of this one. It's like it's really intimate. That's why I've always kept it, under 50, so that we could all fit the Swift bus together, and be able to really work together as a unit. We really did.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We get to pick each other. I got to talk to a lot. I think we talked to a lot more people more in depth this year because there was less people, so you get to spend more time with each person.
With everybody, yeah. I think I spoke to everybody.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we had a great time. It really wasn't like chock full of different activities. It's basically all hangout time. I mean, like there were like 3 unscheduled meals, but every meal we all ended up hanging out together anyway. Right?
The eBay guy wouldn't give us any secrets. We tried.
Yeah, Chuck. Yeah,
He didn't spill any beans.
No, we did a great presentation.
He did.
Really, really good talk. And in fact, I recorded the entire. He was on for an hour, and I recorded his entire presentation. And I think I might release that as a separate video.
Yeah, we should have. I got all the presentations recorded, so we should be able to chop those up and get them out for everybody throughout the next week or so.
Okay. Oh, you did record because I was late for Jameson. I didn't see Jameson.
Yep, we got them all. So
hopefully, get some coverage on that. I know because I met Jameson at the last boss. He was a feature speaker there, and he really had a very.
Am I really that ugly? I am, aren't I?
Good looking.
It's not a foggy camera. I'm really this.
So yeah, I really want to thank you guys for putting this on. Like I said, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But, definitely worth it.
It's been a lot of fun. We ate way too much.
We did.
Played way too hard. I can't wait to get back to my own bed at this point.
Right, get back home and work hard.
We're on a downhill slope.
Yeah.
We paid for the trip several times over.
Oh, did you? Yeah, you made a nice haul at that one thrift store.
I think we were looking at this. The trunk is full, but I think we're right at about $4 or $5 grand in profit in the trunk right now. So we did really good.
Cool. Glad to hear that. Yeah, I didn't do as well. I really look forward to the haul you get from the separate little estate sales and yard and garage sales. There were no garage sales today. It started off like 28 degrees this morning. So I think anyone who might have considered having
it's not garage sales season here yet.
Was this way. So we ended up just going to estate sales. We went to like 4 estate sales. I ended up getting one thing today. That was about it. $5 item. Turned into like 40 maybe. That was about it. But I did pretty well. Yesterday at all the thrift stores, and even Thursday before the event started.
Yeah,
I had the shuttle bus, the hotel shuttle bus, take me to a thrift store, and I got a bunch of stuff there. So I have enough to fill out my second suitcase. But that's all right. So, you never know. Yeah, I do it. It's not like I'm starving for merchandise. I still got a ton of stuff at home to list. It's nice to have some fresh stuff.
We didn't come here to source anyway. That's just a bonus.
That's true. That's the way I look at it. So
let me grab John. I'll bring John on.
Yeah, definitely grab the other host.
Belly up for a minute. Sure.
Here's our other host with the most.
Host with the most.
Yeah, Lucio Rabbit, this guy right here.
But you're the host. You're hosting this.
I'm hosting this, but you're hosting all of this.
That's fair.
So so John's been present at all of the Plains to Profits, and he's been a speaker at all of them, and an integral part of it. But this year, he stepped up to be one of the actual hosts, and he's going to take it over because Corey's been working hard at it, and he needs a little bit of a break. So they decided that they would collaborate this time, and next year, John will be on his own.
Well, I won't be on my own. I've got my lovely wife with me.
Oh yeah, Christiana, of course, but that's
She's hiding.
Just hiding. We'll grab her. We'll grab her as well. So what I think you did a great job, by the way. I want to thank you. I had no doubt that you would do.
There were some hiccups along the way, but I think we managed through it all.
Yeah, I don't even remember any hiccups.
Well, the room change was one.
Oh, the room.
10 days ago, they called me and said they had a pipe burst, and so they were going to put us in a windowless room on the 3rd floor, and I said that's not going to work, and they found a room for us back on the 19th floor. It had less windows, but some. It was much smaller. Well, when we got here, they had paper covering the windows of the room we were supposed to have, but they left one of the doors open. We went in and looked. It was set up for a wedding. They double booked us and claimed they had flood damage.
Oh, no.
Our room is half the size. It is not as good. They would not refund a dime.
Really? That's it. So that's why we're not having it here next year, right?
No, that's one of the many reasons.
Yeah.
So we will be in Omaha next year for 2027, but it will be a different venue, which I will soon figure out.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll come up with something. So.
Yeah, I've got a couple of places I'm already looking at. I've got inquiries. The thing that really stinks is it is a weekend here, so I can't meet with any of these people while I'm here. So I'm gonna need to make a special trip down here sometime in the next couple of months.
Yeah. Well, you travel. You're
Yeah.
you're always around them also. I have every confidence that you'll put it together. I'm looking forward to coming.
We'll make it
next
work.
year. Yeah, definitely will. Yeah, it's definitely in my rotation of meetups. It's like the first one every year. It gets us started, gets us in the frame of going to the meetups, and it's a nice, easy start. It's kind of like really chill. It's laid back. It's not breakneck speed or anything hectic. It's just basically we're here to hang out, enjoy each other's company, do a little thrifting, do a little sports, but have some fun things mainly.
Now, did you tell them that I had to be your personal assistant this week?
No, I didn't get into that yet. But John, John was like really helpful in kind of keeping an eye on me. Starts off, it's funny. I don't know if I told you, but I had just landed. Right, I just landed on Thursday, and I get a text from John. Did you get here yet? So I thought that was very nice of him to check. I don't know if you even knew that I was coming in on Thursday at what time. In any event, you timed it well. He checked up on me right from the start, see if I'm okay, and I was. I said, yeah, I just flew in, and I just got in. See you later. And then every event that we had, he had to like check up on me. Now, the first thing was I think Corey's fault because he had said that the thrift bus we were going to leave at 1:00, so I understood that. So I was ready to go. I was doing some stuff up in my room, getting ready, and it was like about 10 to 1. And John calls me. He says, "You coming? You coming to the thrift bus?" I said, "Yeah, of course. I'm on my way." Apparently, we're supposed to leave 12:30 and get there at 1. So that was the first.
The whole bus was waiting on Mr. Meetups here.
The whole bus was waiting for me. And as I entered the bus, I got all this, fanfare, which was
people are throwing tomatoes at you.
And so that was the first thing, and then the next thing was the dinner. Right, so now, well, actually, yeah, you called me up. You're going to dinner, and I'm coming down, and I missed that bus. So I said, like, "Don't wait for me. I'll be on my way down." And they left, and I took the next shuttle. And then there was
today.
Oh, today,
the speaking part.
Today at the meeting of the minds, we were out in the field with my friends Peyton and Robin, who took me yard sailing, and we were like about 15 minutes out. The event started at 1, and we were out on the road at 1:00, so we didn't get back to 1:30. So John had to like cover me the entire.
I think I figured out the issue. You're from New York.
I am.
You haven't changed your watch. We're in Central Time here, not Eastern Time
anymore.
anymore.
Damn it! I better change my watch now. Let me just check the chat. Chris, Easy Pickens is in the house. Hey, Chris, how are you? Stranger, yeah, I haven't spoken to you in a while. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Porky Picker Chad is in. Yeah, Chad had come in on the test stream. I did a practice, just a test stream about like 3 hours ago, just to make sure all your levels were good and everything. And I had about 6 or 8 people in the chat, and hanging out. So I left it running for like 3 hours while we had dinner, so everyone stopped it. So Chad just stopped it and said, "Be back later." So good to see you. It's Meetups. That's the perfect name. That's me. Good to see you. So, all right, we're caught up with the chat. So what else? So what's going on with you otherwise, John? I know you're a busy guy.
I am going to attempt to go to all 4 eBay Opens this year.
Oh, really?
If you haven't been following, eBay Open is happening this year, but they're doing it in 4 different cities, 4 different events. Supposedly, they're all going to be the same event. It even says in their FAQ, don't try to go to all 4.
Because they're all identical.
But it's going to be different people at all of them.
Sure.
I go to these to meet with people, not
Sure.
to. I don't care what eBay has to say.
Yeah.
I'm going to meet other. So I've already booked for San Diego in May. They have not released tickets to the other 3, but there's Chicago, Dallas, and South Florida.
Now the staff would probably be pretty much the same. Right? Because they just send the staff all over the country.
Yeah, it's going to be all the same staff.
But the people.
The attendees will all be different. And that's why I go. I like hanging out with other resellers.
Yeah, sure, no doubt. Yeah, I had a good time at eBay Open in Las Vegas this last year.
So if you're going to be in San Diego, I want to say it's May 15th. I'd recommend getting your tickets now. They're only $25.
Yeah. All right, yeah.
Are you going to be there? Are you going to Omaha?
This is the first I'm hearing about it, so I might arrange that. I might make that happen. May 15th, you said?
It's May something. I think it's May 15th.
All right, I'll check my calendar. I'm sure I'll be able to. So that's cool. And how's everything with your business? All right?
Busy.
Yeah.
We're very busy. I got a text the other day from a guy that works for me. He says he just booked 5 new clients. They're dropping off this week.
Oh, really?
We are going to be very busy the next couple of weeks.
Nice. Yeah. No, you have a nice business model.
It's fun.
For those of you who don't, not familiar with John, I don't know who could that possibly be, but he has a great channel. He's got an auction business, and I love the content that pretty much the same style as far as how a little vlog, getting on the plane, landing, and then going to the different venues and all of that. So,
and for those of you who have met me, I am what you see on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No doubt about it.
Same stupid, corny jokes.
John is just the real deal. And it's funny. I kind of met John in a reverse capacity to what I usually do. You usually know people from YouTube, and then you finally get to meet them. You know what I mean? I hadn't, and I'm embarrassed to say this. I mentioned it a couple of times. Now, for someone who is really on top of the whole YouTube world, and I watch everyone, somehow or other, John fell through the cracks for me. I mean, I had I don't know how that was even a possibility. It wasn't until my co-host Mary saw that John was on my live. She says, "You're hanging out with John." He said, "Robert." I said, "Yeah, who's that?" So I said, "Yeah, no." And so the point I'm making is, I got to know John just as a non-entity, not a YouTube personality, and so I didn't have the opportunity to be flustered as I am with some people, especially a guy as predominant as John. And the funny little touching point, I mentioned this before. John, when he met me, was really very excited and enthusiastic about me, and he said, "Wow, that's what a great idea! And I'm so glad you're doing it and everything. And I'm going to support you," which he has, and very humbling to me, making me feel good. And at the time, I had just 200 subs, and he was around in 200,000. But it didn't matter. It wasn't it's not about keeping score or whatever. So, John and I forged a very nice friendship right from the start. When we first met last year, a year ago, last year. And then we had the opportunity to meet again in Vegas, when we had eBay Open, and we had a little meetup that John Flippin' Ain't Easy and I had organized. And John came to that one as well. So, and we hung out with Archie as our Uber driver, driving us both around. So we got to hang out.
As I recall, every time you guys picked me up, you were late, and Archie always said it was your fault too. I'm sensing a pattern.
I guess it is my fault. I have to.
You didn't switch to Pacific time when you went out there.
Oh, that's a different time zone.
Yeah, that's not New York.
Oh, I thought everything was Eastern Standard Time. That's my problem. All right, so I'll have to be a little bit better from now on that. So my fault. I'll admit it when it's my fault. So what else is going on?
Not a whole lot. Let's see. We're doing another warehouse sale in a couple of weeks. So as soon as I get back, I have to jump right into warehouse sale mode, get set up for that. Other than that, just a lot of travel and a lot of pushing product out.
Yeah, you're a man after my own heart, because you love to travel just like I do. So.
You're living the dream. You get to go to every reseller event. I have a job. I've got a business to maintain, so I can't just up and leave like you.
Well, that's my job too. My job is to go and travel.
That's fair.
So that's not bad. I love that. Yeah, I'm very fortunate that I have that opportunity. I mean, I've gone to all of the meetups, before I had a channel. I love it. So there's really no need for me to really have a channel and be motivated to cover all the events, because I've been there. It's just a kind of a natural development that once I decided to come on YouTube to specialize on a meetup channel and do what I love doing, and just make a reason for travel. That's what I mean. So Worked out pretty good. And now I like to keep on top of all, and I like to be, on top of it for the purpose of being the spokesman for the community for the meetups.
This is new. I like this.
Yeah, I got that from.
It's off camera, but he's got a big microphone. Right.
Yeah, I'm official now.
Mhm.
And apparently it works good because I did a sound check before. It sounded pretty good.
You know what'll make you really official?
Yeah.
You got to get one of those stands that goes through behind the computer, like way up in the air, and then it hangs down.
The little filter.
Yeah, that's when you know you're official.
Yeah, that'll definitely do it. So where's your wife? I'd like to bring Christiana on as well. Is she right there?
Yeah, there she is. Let me see if I can convince her.
Yeah, yes. I'm gonna come on for a minute. I don't want to kick John off. I just wanted to get, give us an opportunity to meet Christiana. Let's see. James Glennon. Okay. Your replacement, yeah.
How you doing, brother?
Good. How are you? Good to see you.
Oh, likewise.
So this is Jameson, and he was our first speaker today.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today?
I'm sorry I missed it. I was told the chat that I was tardy for the first one, but I did meet you, and I had the opportunity to hear you speak at eBay. I mean at the Ross.
Yes. Okay. Yes, awesome.
So was it pretty much the same presentation?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was
yes.
great. Very inspiring.
So you didn't miss a thing.
No, it was good. So I can speak from experience that is very, very inspiring. Speaker and conversation. It was really got a lot out of it. So how you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Good.
Appreciate you.
So tell us, for those of you in the chat who don't know James, so why don't you just give a little introduction to?
For sure.
You can do your whole presentation.
Let's go. All right, guys. Hopefully, you got an hour. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. So I've been a full-time reseller now for about 13 years. Started out on eBay, selling used video games, garage sales, thrift stores, all that good stuff. I used to buy video games on eBay in bulk and then resell them individually on eBay. Back when you could sell a game for 99 cents and $5 shipping, and you'd get the pocket the shipping back then. So that's how I've been around on eBay. Did that, part-time on and off for many years. Eventually, I got addicted to pain pills. It was a crazy 4 years. Ended up going to rehab 4 times. Eventually, after 4 times in rehab, I got sober. And when I got sober, I couldn't get a job anywhere. I got fired from my last job at Buffalo Wild Wings. And then eventually, when I was clean and sober, I couldn't get a job anywhere. After a year and a half of looking for a job, nobody would hire me. So
Had to fend for yourself.
Yes, exactly. So I started back up on eBay again with no money, just kind of selling crap around the house just to pay the bill, get things paid. So I could have 99 cent spaghetti. Still trying to find a job. Couldn't get a job anywhere. Eventually was growing eBay to where I was making $500 to $1,000 a month, which was a lot of money for me back then.
At the time.
Couldn't get a job anywhere. Eventually, I just got so depressed from not being able to get a job. I'm like, if I just put this much effort that I am into looking for a job, if I put just a little bit more effort into eBay, I could double that.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I could survive and get by. And so I just doubled down on eBay and did that. And eventually, I found Amazon FBA. I started doing that. And I fell in love with that. Slowly got out of eBay and dived all into Amazon. Pretty much spent 5 years doing Amazon FBA. Pretty much on the road basically for 8-9 months at a time, living out of hotels, Airbnbs, doing Amazon FBA. Back in the days when Toys R Us was going out of business and Party City and all the other stores that I would literally just travel around the country, hitting closing stores and just
at the closeouts,
flipping that, and eventually scaled that up where we're doing between $1 and $1.5 million a year on Amazon. So currently now we're doing Amazon, eBay, and Walmart all right now. So yeah, we're
an up and coming thing.
It's fun. Walmart's awesome. It's got its own headaches, just like Amazon does, and the other platforms. Just different. Yeah. So it's been great. So
they all got a lot of potential. That's it.
Yes, exactly.
Learn
So,
how to color different potential out of each fair.
yep, take advantage of every single platform because one thing might sell really good on one platform, but another one it doesn't. Or it might sell higher on this platform or lower on that one. So it's like it's nice to have different outlets.
Yeah, it's nice to really be diverse because even if one platform happens to crap out temporarily or permanently, so
Exactly, you still have some sort of income coming in from the others.
So that's
for sure.
Yes, that's some good advice. So yeah, great story, great rags to riches story, and you're proof positive that it really not only can it be done from anybody,
Anybody can do it.
It can be done well.
Yes.
It can be done really,
Anybody
really well.
can do it.
So I have a lot of respect for you and how well you've come along through your diversity.
For sure, brother.
Really amazing stories.
Thank you.
So so how'd you enjoy you were really only here today, right? So you just come in today for the speaking? Because I didn't see you yesterday.
We did the bus yesterday with you guys.
Oh, you were on the bus?
Yeah. So we hit the thrift stores with you guys, which was really fun because we don't thrift very often anymore. Like I thrift once in a while for the love of the game. Like I don't find anything ever. Like I'm not good or Las Vegas is very, very saturated. But I just still have a love for thrifting and a respect for it. Even if I don't find anything, I still like going and looking at the clothes or the plush toys and like looking them up and still like it's still a blast. Like I love thrifting.
Oh, that's how we all get started.
Exactly.
It's we all kind of have to have that.
You have those roots and love where you came from, and so I it was fun to go and thrift for 3-4 hours yesterday. We actually did find the first 2 stores we didn't find anything, and the last store we went to, I found a remote for like 75 cents. It sells for 20 shipped on eBay, which to me was awesome because I'm not good at finding eBay stuff, so it was like a trophy almost in a sense.
It made your day, right?
And then I found a tie too. I haven't done like I was looking at the ties, Karl Marx something tie that looked like I could get $20 to $30 for it, and again I paid like 75 cents for it. And then I found a little camera that you like twist into your light. It looks like a light bulb, but it's a camera.
Oh, security camera.
Yeah, and it was like $3, and it sells on eBay for like 50. And I was like, sweet. Like it was just so cool to find stuff at the thrift store because I hadn't found stuff in so long. So it was like more of a mental victory than anything.
And you certainly haven't needed it. You have your source it down.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. It was fun.
It's always fun to catch those individual little finds, and who doesn't love turning 75 cents into like $50?
Exactly, yeah.
Very good, nice, cool. Very cool. So what's on the agenda for you coming up in the future?
So right now we're we're currently on a road trip now. We'll probably be on the road for another week or so. Just sourcing. We're visiting friends, reseller friends along the way. So which is always nice when you travel, when you have friends, when you go to these types of events, you network and you make friends. Like when you travel for their states, a lot of times they're like, hey, we have a spare bedroom. We got a couch you can crash on. Like,
you can go right across the country, never hit a hotel.
Exactly. So like tomorrow we're going to go to Kansas City and we have some Amazon friends that live there and we get to sleep in their house and it's like, sweet, get to hang out with some reseller friends, save $100 on a hotel.
Sure,
and they're even going to take a sourcing the next day on a couple of their little spots. Well, hopefully we make some money too. And
well, that's it. Not only do they host you and put you up, they can give you the benefit of what they know.
Exactly. And that's one thing that's awesome about traveling too, is because you get to hang out with people one-on-one. So at the events, it's cool, but like you don't get a lot of one-on-one time with people at these events. It's like you're in a big group. So it's cool to hang out with people and just learn. And you can always learn something from somebody, whether they're selling $100 a month or $100,000.
Doesn't matter.
Everybody has something to teach somebody, and like everybody can learn from everybody. That's one thing that I love about the reseller community is like 99% of people in this community, like know everyone started at zero. We all started at zero sales.
Yeah, no doubt.
And it's like everybody remembers where they came from, so they're always willing to be helpful and share value.
We all started not knowing anything, just learning from each other. So no matter where you've been or where you've gotten to, you're always going to meet other people along the way. Different levels of skill and experience, but it don't matter. What I love about this community is that there's never even a tinge of kind of competition. It's not like I'm better than you. I've done this, and this is my accomplishment. No, anyone can help anyone else out, and they're more than willing to do that.
Yes,
and it makes us very comfortable to like get out there, to overcome little fears you might have and apprehensions about meeting with people. But these meetups, and that's why I love doing what I do, because I love the community, and I love the reselling aspect. But it is lonely at home, and I look to reach out, whether it's through YouTube or the chats or the live streams or actually the actual meetups and get to hang out with people.
Yes.
It's great.
I had an Amazon buddy of mine told me once, because like a lot of us were at home listing, shopping. So like throughout the year, we're alone a lot. And so like these events are like our water cooler. Like, you know, we're all hanging around the water cooler during work, like, because we don't have coworkers. So like when you go to these events, it's like meeting each other at the water cooler and sharing stories and hanging out. And so it's like,
because we don't really get that. Unfortunately, we don't get that at home that often. We don't get that support.
Yep.
You know, if you're, you know, if your friends or your family like to maybe working with you or at best like supportive a little bit, it's okay. But they don't understand what they do. I mean,
exactly.
Everyone at home says that. So you just buy crap out of garage sales and sell it on eBay. Yeah, that's what I do. They can't imagine that. But everyone here at the meetups, we're definitely like-minded, and we can hang out with each other, you know, with no problem. So let me just check the chat. Half Shell Hero, thanks for joining us. I'm not familiar with you. I pretty much know everyone who's who's in the chat for the most part. But, well, welcome in. Then we got Jack's Treasure. Hi, Brian. How are you? Tracy says hi too. Hi, Tracy. And Swamp Picker, Glenn's back. So he was in also. He was in earlier. And he said he'd come back, and there he is. All right.
Awesome. That's
Yeah. So yeah, that's his community. It's so great.
Awesome. Very cool, man. I love it. Love it.
So let's see. Anything else you have to say? We maybe get something else in. I just appreciate
For
it.
sure, man.
your
Appreciate your time, brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you all via YouTube world. Much love to you guys.
Thanks.
Yes, sir, brother. I appreciate you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Most definitely do.
You got a minute? Okay, we're gonna bring on Trish Glenn, and I love Trish. She's my buddy.
I love Mike.
But there is a specific reason I wanted her on
Why?
tonight, because we're talking about that event that you're planning and
Yes.
coming up, and it's a meetup, so I need to take notes.
Mike needs to go.
I got
Tell him to
of
go.
course. And not only do I need to go, I need to like maybe not help organize it.
You
but-
totally
but-
should.
but
You
certainly-
totally should.
Certainly promote it. So tell her. Well, first of all, for those of you who may not be familiar with Trish, I don't know who in this world doesn't know her. Quick little bio. Tell us.
Okay,
who you
I
are.
am Trish Glenn. My moniker, I guess, is Super Sale Trish. But I do work for, full disclosure, I do work for Bliss Perfectly. I'm the director of events and education, which is how I ended up here. Thank the goodness, because I love Mike and I want to see him all the time. But
Likewise.
I also do some stuff with Vicky Zilverberg
Right.
out of Katie and
Vicky.
Vicky and Katie and Vicky.
Boss remix,
Boss
right?
Reseller Remix, correct. So last year, whoever that just wrote, Trish has been getting them air miles lately. Yes, buddy.
Yeah,
I have been. I've
Travel,
been in
yeah.
Vegas for 3 weeks before I came here. And Vicky and I last year drove across the country, and we my friend Diane Lassonde had died, and she had been in this community, and she ran the Boston Meetup where I live, and Vicky bought her inventory.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And so we drove it across the country, and when we did that, we did 10 meetups. Mike came to the one in Boston. I really appreciated that.
I
And
miss it close to home. I drove
yeah,
that.
exactly. You drove there. It was awesome.
Halfway.
Halfway. No, you drove halfway home. You got there all the way. And so Vicky and I drove all the way to the country. We did 10 meetups across the country. And there was a really great response. And there was a really great response for education and some more learning. And so Vicky and I did mini little conferences the whole way over. And so this year we've decided to do 5 conferences, 1-day conferences in Florida. And we're going to start in Gainesville, and Kat the Nurse Flipper will be at that one. And then we're going to do Tampa, Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, and then Miami. Maybe that's Fort Lauderdale. Fort Myers, I apologize. Fort Myers, and then Fort Lauderdale, Miami.
Now, let me interrupt. Are these all this eBay seller circles?
eBay
Yeah.
seller circles, all of them, except for Gainesville. Gainesville does not have a meetup leader, and we're hoping by the time we're done, we'll have one.
You have them, yeah.
Yeah,
established it,
that's
yeah.
the hope.
That's part of the reason that they do this.
Exactly.
This
We want, listen, Vicky and I think Mike too, we really believe in the community. We really believe in eBay seller circles. We think they're a good thing for everybody. I would not have the business. Hell, I wouldn't work for List Perfectly without eBay seller circles.
Right.
Never mind not have the business I have. I mean, I have the business I have because of eBay seller circles.
Right.
I have the friendships I have because of eBay seller circles. So without those things, I wouldn't have what I have. So Vicky and I really believe in it. And we are going to do 1-day reseller intensives across Florida. And then I think we're going to go to the Pacific Northwest. I think we're going to do next in maybe in the, the end of the year. But so we're going to start in Florida. And I'll give Mike all the details. You can put them on our thing, but they're going to be
I'll put them on our Facebook.
Awesome. And so it's going to be great. I really think it's going to be good. And it also will be a way for people to get together. But also, if you're like in the surrounding area and you'd love to come, we'd love to have you. We do have some influencers coming. So like I said, Captain Nurse Flipper, Rally Roots is going to come. Of course, Vicky is going to be there. And then actually eBay is sponsoring us. eBay, and we have government relations are going to come and speak.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and if you're not familiar with government relations, they're doing a lot of the groundwork that really helps sellers. And they're working right now a lot about the country of origin stuff and about how to get things sold out of the country. And so eBay government relations is really a big part of what we do, as in eBay in general. They really get legislation passed that help us as sellers.
Especially now with everything that's been going on.
Exactly. I don't want to get too political, but we need them right now.
Yeah, we do. And just to fill in maybe some of the gaps some of you may not be aware of this eBay. We've mentioned the seller circles. eBay supports any separate little individual group.
Right.
They don't set them up, but they will facilitate. They have a mailing list of all the eBay sellers in the area. So if you want to initiate, if you want to just join a local chapter, all you do is contact eBay and they'll tell you, Trish Glenn is
right. So you can go
leader
to ebaysellerevents.com and you can find one that's in your area.
Right.
So you can go and you can look by area. You can find one in your area. I run the one south of Boston. It's called New England Sellers. And that was my friend Diane who died. I took it over for her. But that is a little bit south of Boston. But, Massachusetts is not like freaking Iowa. You can get there in 5 seconds. So
and if there is none, you can start.
That's what I was going to say. If there is not one in your area, think about starting one. They are so important. Yeah. And you will,
it's a local meetup. It's just what we're doing here.
Exactly. It's exactly what we're doing here. And you will meet people that you never would have met. And you also get a lot of contacts. I've gotten bubble wrap, boxes. I've gotten deals, right? Stuff, exactly. Yeah. And then eBay will send you swag. It's a great deal. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I just wanted to take a minute to say hi to a couple of people who just joined us. Rip Rock 88. Thanks for joining in. And Josh Gold, how are you?
Hi, Josh.
Yeah, it's so good to see you. To hear from you again. Now you're a busy man. I appreciate you taking the time to stop and say.
And Mike, it's been fun. Have you had fun?
I always have fun.
I know, Mike's the best.
I love these things. I live for these. I love the meetups. I've been a meetup attendee from way back, right from when I started, selling on eBay before I even had a channel or an idea of a channel, and it was pretty cool. And you meet the thing is, it really creates a whole life for you. I would not have known Tricia. I not gone to the meetup. I met her first, I think, at the first course.
I did.
When I first met you, and then you just see these people
again and again. Exactly.
And you can stay in touch with them in the off season. You can always speak and always exchange phone numbers and everyone's there to help each other out.
It's totally true. And I would not have expanded my business the way I did without these contacts.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I also think that, now, hell, half of my best friends in life are from reselling.
Yeah, really. So really expand, you can only get so far just by staying at home and doing your listing and expanding your business or whatever. It increases exponentially when you start getting out there and networking. These meetups are all they're all fun and games, and a lot of enjoyment and fun. But that doesn't stop there.
No, you
I-
learn a
stop
lot. And, you know, eBay is really doubling down on the meetups. They are really seller circles. They changed the name, seller circles. They have really doubled down on them, and they're trying to really give us the best information possible before they put it out to the public. But I also think that, you know, I've had opportunities to make buys, to
Sure.
right, to do things that I would not have had the opportunity to do without going to one of these. But I also have met people that have led me to other opportunities
course.
that I would not have had.
But just to answer a question, if you're going to delve into something that's
Sure.
that's not, you know, you're not
Exactly.
comfortable with.
No, you can call somebody and say, hey, what do you think? Do you think this is worth the buy? Do you think blah, blah, blah? That is really, and it's a great resource to have. And I mean, Vicky and Katie, who ran Boss Reseller Remix with Teresa Cox, they are, you know, there's somebody I could call at any time of the day and say, hey, do you think I should buy this? What do you think? You know, and it's been a really great resource for me. And I also think, you know, anybody, when you first get into this, you need some help because we don't need to reinvent the wheel.
No. Someone's already been there.
Exactly.
And they've done it. They know the pros and cons. And they
Exactly.
can just direct you, and everyone looks out for each other's interests. You know.
You know, and that this is one of the few places in life where I feel like we're not really competition for each other.
No, not at all.
I agree with that. And a lot of people don't. They think, I'm not going to tell you anything. We're a competition, but we're not.
We're not. No, we're also very supportive. And well, first of all, it's like, you know, we like 5 people might go out yard selling together,
Right.
And you got 5 different categories.
Exactly.
And even if you don't, even if you share some interest in some categories, you know, we're all more than happy to
I agree with
share
you.
the wealth. There's plenty out there for everyone.
And it's one of the only things in my life where I feel like work-wise that I've never felt like I'm really in competition, that there is enough for everybody.
There really is. There really is.
I agree with you.
You know, if you lose that mentality of like everyone's out to get you and there's not enough, then there's you know, scarcity. There's abundance.
We're so Northeast, though. Everyone's out to get us.
Yeah.
See, in reality, he and I should not like each other. Boston and New York, we should be fighting all the
That's
time.
right. Yeah, we're on opposing sports teams and everything, but no, we all go past that. None of
We
that-
do.
none of that
Oh,
stuff.
here he comes.
Josh Galt said I'm supposed to crash your live.
Come on,
Okay.
Josh. Josh, what the hell are you doing there, buddy?
You don't want me crashing live. I've already been here.
Yeah, he was on earlier, but that's all right, Corey. You're always welcome. You're always welcome. Corey is the best. Corey's a lot
He
of
is.
fun.
He's the best.
Yeah.
It's been fun. It's been really fun. And I've never been to, where are we? Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha,
I've
Nebraska.
never been to Nebraska.
Oh, you know the best?
No, have you?
That's cool. Last year, first.
Oh, last year.
But that was
Okay.
the only time.
I want to go everywhere. So I'm good to be in Nebraska.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get to every state eventually. Right?
I'm almost there. I
Yeah.
only have like 10 more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got me beat.
It's my goal. Before I'm 55, I'm going to all the states.
You got plenty of time.
You're
You're 35.
the best. See that? This is why all the women like him. No, not really. So fun.
So I want to welcome in the Winter Antiques.
Hey,
How are you? Thanks for coming.
that's a good name.
Yeah, definitely nice. I appreciate you guys all stopping by.
You want me to get you somebody?
If you like, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go get you somebody.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks, guys. Please come and see Vicky and I if you're in Florida. I'll make sure that it's on Mike's page.
Yeah, in fact, Mary said.
I read it.
that we
Thanks,
will-
Mary. I'll make sure you get it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so while we're waiting for the next guest, a little pitch for the channel. What we do here, if you're not familiar with the Mike Mecca Meetup channel, is we basically focus. We're primarily a channel that deals with supporting the communities through the meetups, and we have a Facebook page and an Instagram page that Mary has set up and supports, and we use that as a forum and a collecting ground for all things meetup. So if you need to know any information about a meetup, or if you want to even post a meetup, you contact Mary, and we'll do whatever.
All right, I brought you Kayla. She's afraid, so be nice to her.
Come on,
Okay.
Kayla. Come on, Kayla. So
All right, you're my good friend.
Kayla is a regular of the Plants of Profit, and I met her last year.
Bye.
So how you doing? So
I'm
Let's
good.
say hello.
How are you, Mike?
Tell us a
Hi.
little bit about yourself.
All right, I'm Kayla, and my husband and I have Riverbend Resale. So we're on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and we're resellers. We're actually full-time resellers. We have 5 kids. So
Amazing.
that's pretty crazy. We actually were both teachers. We were teaching degrees. I was a high school English teacher, and my husband taught physical education. And we decided to, I mean, I don't know, we're making so much money being resellers that we quit our jobs. And
Nice.
now we stay at home full time with our kids.
That's the greatest thing, you know. You really can like grow up because they're young and the kids are young,
Yeah.
and now they have a complete life together without. So many people, like, you know, your kids grow up like that, and you don't even see them. You know,
I know.
you're in that rat race and that
I know.
grind.
Yeah.
So supporting the idea of reselling,
It's really been the best thing.
really, like I know of so many other resellers who have kids, and they just live with the kids. You know what I mean?
I
And it's
know.
got to be the greatest thing. So that's another.
It's just they're only young once, you
Yeah.
know, and now we're getting to see everything. And it's what my husband always wanted.
Yeah,
So
sure.
me too.
Good for you. So how'd you enjoy the meetup this week? Tell us
Oh, I
some
loved
highlights.
it. Oh yeah. My favorite part is probably the party bus, you know,
That's so fun.
and just being together with you
I know.
guys. I mean, it's a blast and making memories with you guys and
Yeah.
you, Mike, and
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, the conference today. I learned a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I'm excited. You know, we don't have lists perfectly. We only list on eBay. We have 2 eBay stores, 2,500 listings on each eBay store. We don't have any other platforms that we sell on, and so I'm excited for List Perfectly. My husband won the free 6 months
Oh,
of it.
nice. Yeah, nice.
So I mean, we
Yeah,
have
it's
nothing to lose, and I'm excited to do that.
Yeah, it's great. That's a great organization.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm excited. So
They do a good job. They're really for the community as well.
yeah, I know.
Definitely.
I mean, I don't know. I've been talking to her. She's a great person. She's like, even if you don't, you know, I don't even care if you don't,
Yeah.
get List Perfectly.
Right,
You know,
yeah,
as long as you just. She's been telling me all these tips, so she just really cares about you as a
Yeah.
person and not
Yeah,
only for the
very
company,
passionate.
I guess, that she works for.
Yeah,
So,
no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
yeah,
So
she's really
good.
nice. But
So good to see you. It's really nice to see you.
good to see you. Who's next, Mike?
Oh, I don't know. We'll grab somebody. Unless you
I
want to say,
will.
I don't know. I was kicking you up.
Oh no! Oh, that's okay. I mean, it's all right. I hate being in front of the camera.
Oh,
So
she's a natural.
Thank you.
She's a
I
natural.
will get
Thanks,
someone else.
Kayla. Yes, that's true. Oh, now we have Tina with the Lake Exchange.
Hey guys,
Hi, Tina. How are you? Good to see you.
it's been an awesome couple of days. Hey Mary, someday you and I will get to meet.
Yeah, we got to get to Mary to get some more.
It's all about schedules sometimes
Well, she'll be at the reseller rally.
in
I
Cincinnati.
know you're not going to be.
But
able to
I've
make
learned some great information here so I can maybe increase my sales, make a little more moolah.
that. So good. So maybe it's not off the table for September for the.
I don't know if they still have tickets.
No. John said that they're going to have unlimited tickets.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a thought.
They'll just get a bigger boat.
I have another September event, so I got to check dates on
Okay,
that.
it's like the 26th and 27th.
But yeah, no, we've had a great group here again in Omaha. It was a little bit smaller, so there'll be room next year. Consider coming.
Yeah, it's a good one. That's definitely a good one.
I did really good at the bins this year. Was
Yeah,
happy
good.
with what I found there. I hit 2 more thrift stores this morning. One was a teeny tiny one, but the volunteer ladies were super sweet. Left a few dollars behind.
Yeah, that's right. It happens. But yeah, we did a lot. We got a lot of thrifting done. We went with the thrift bus. We went to 3 different places,
Mhm.
and then everyone else on their own, kind of like hit some thrift stores or went to some.
And I'm
Yeah,
a
that's
little
the thing.
partial to local charity thrift stores because I actually volunteer at 2 where I live in Green Bay, Wisconsin. One, I think you should get back to your community, but when you volunteer, you get access to the back room
Yeah,
before the stuff hits the
Oh,
floor.
really? No, that's nice.
Oh, absolutely. So
Okay.
I've brought a few gems home from there.
I'm sure. Yeah, it's nice to have like a little inside track to the goods. That always helps. Because by the time it gets out on the floor, stuff's gone.
Exactly. And I'm an everything seller. If I can make a buck on it, though I'm really trying to steer clear of like electronics because I don't want to test them. And I do religiously, if something moves or makes noise, it's getting a video that's going in the listing. And
Yeah.
and I will put in
Good
my
idea.
my title video.
Yeah, check the video, or like just I tested it to the extent that I can test it. And that's it. It's and there's always ways around covering this, because you really have to make eliminate that liability. I just want to say hi to SSK Promo. You just came in. Ken, how are you? Thanks for coming by. Good to see you. And Death Pile Picker, Mike, my buddy Mike. So everyone's starting to come in and picks. I'm not familiar with this person. Pixie Trail 1313. Try to come next year. They've never been to Nebraska. Well, I don't know if I've met you or if I know you, but thanks for coming into the chat, and hopefully we will meet at some point. So, what else did you think about the meetup in general? I know you were here last year and you enjoyed it last year.
I was here last year, but it was actually nice. We had some new, this is my second year coming. We had new people this year, so it's great to make those connections because we all have something to learn. None of us know it all. Trish has convinced me I really should be cross-listing, especially since I do sell clothing. She's like, why are you not on Poshmark? So guess what? We're giving cross-listing a try.
Yeah, she was really promoting very well, and
as she should. That's her product. I said I had always hesitated because I didn't want to get stuck in the double selling on different platforms, but I think a lot of those cross-listers have kind of honed in on the auto D list.
The D list, that was a big thing.
And she's very proud of their product, that their product does a good job on the auto D list.
Yeah, List Perfectly is one of the first, if not the first, cross-listing program, and they've really been diligent in adding a lot of features. And like I said, they're really their primary concern is serving the community.
And for me, sometimes it's like, oh, geez, that's another cost. But
it's worth it.
If I'm selling more merchandise, then that cost is worth it for the benefit I get from it. So we'll give it a go.
It's all worth it. It's all worth it.
Everything is trial and error. Test it, see what works.
Give it a try. You're not locked into anything. You give it a try. Everything, you could just get. And most of these programs even have trial periods as well. So you can check them out and see if it works for you, and then go from there. So plenty of opportunities to really improve your business.
And even though I've had my store on time away, I have sold a few things. After dinner tonight, I sold 2 dinner plates, and someone just bought a Washington Capitals hockey team hat from me.
Oh, nice. So you how many sales total since you've been here? 3?
7.
7. Wow, you got me beat. I have 5. So
well, I left Wisconsin last Tuesday, so since last Tuesday, I've had 7.
So I'm 5 from Thursday.
I made a pit stop in Minnesota. I bring one of my quilting friends with me to be my roadie for the trip. So while I'm at the reseller stuff, she's up in the hotel room sewing. And it works out great. She comes to dinner with us. Everybody's like, Tina, are you bringing Ann again? So my friend Ann would say hello.
Yep. Yeah, have her come and say hi. Is she camera shy?
Yeah, a little bit. She's packing all her sewing stuff so we can hit the road in the morning.
Oh, you're leaving in the morning? Yeah, I'm staying till Monday. So one more day. I always give myself an extra day after the event to kind of just get everything tuned up and get ready.
Well, if you need me to take some stuff back and ship to you, I'd do that for you.
Yeah, no, I really I think I have just about enough for my second suitcase.
13 bored people in here. Oh shit, you got Mike in there.
That's why I'll pick it. Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Everyone's welcome.
Everybody's welcome.
You got all kinds of people in there.
Yeah. We draw.
Well, I hope you guys are having as much fun as we are.
It's been and my gosh, we had awesome wood-fired pizza at a restaurant tonight.
Good. Yeah, that was
really. As soon as we walked in, it was like, it smells good. This is going to be good. Well, you're the guy who also doesn't like Chick-fil-A. Who doesn't like a classic Chick-fil-A sandwich?
Yeah,
Come on, folks.
Right.
Well, Mike, thank you for having me.
My pleasure, Tina. Thank
Everybody, it's always good to see you. Continue the reselling journey.
Yep.
And we'll talk another time.
Sounds good. And do me a favor, see if anyone else wants to come.
I will recruit.
Come on. I think I have somebody here. My new buddy, Kate. I met her and her daughter Robin last night. They came in late last night, and we chatted a little bit, and I was able to corral her into taking me garage selling today. So
Well,
anyway,
estate sale. We got to up
estate
it to
sales.
estate sale.
estate sales, right?
And we found some goodies.
We had. You guys did better than I did. I ended up I got skunked at the first.
Did you tell them about the brawl?
About the brawl?
The
Oh, the brawl. No, I was downstairs at the third, and I will put it in my vlog. Just all I got was audio, but I was downstairs, and this like brawl broke out upstairs.
And they're swearing and
The
hitting
swearing and hitting and everything. And by the time I had,
punching in the faces,
by-
and I was just in shock.
and,
Watching it.
and her and her daughter were upstairs, and they just hightailed it down here, downstairs into safety. And I said, "Let me go up and see what's happening." By the time I got up, it had diffused, so I don't really know what happened, but it was a little exciting.
Who's watching us? Yeah, you see Josh.
Yeah, we got Josh
Hi,
Gall.
Josh Galt. How are you?
You got
We haven't
that
talked to you in a
file
long
pickup.
time.
You're a little squirrel.
I know Kristen.
Hi, Kristen. How are you?
You guys don't know my face, but I like lurk. I lurk
This is
at
Kate Picker. Kate Picker. Yes, and I didn't know. She approached me last night. Said, "I'm a fan. I'm a subscriber to your show." It's always great to see someone put a name with a face. So we got a chance to hang out all day pretty much today. So it was really nice. So we got ABC Matt also joining us. Hi Matt, and just a little plug for Matt's meetup. He's going to have the Pacific Northwest meetup. I don't have the dates in hand. Matt, if you want to put it in the chat, the dates of your meetup in Portland, Oregon, coming up. It should be nice. And then we have,
Kristen, we are having so much fun here.
We really
It's
are.
been like spring weather too in Nebraska, and it's been cold, so it's welcome.
it was cold this morning. It was like 29 degrees in the morning.
Girls in Illinois, and so am I.
But it warmed up a little bit. Then we got Lori Happy Picker in the chat.
Hey,
Hello,
Lori.
yeah. So everyone's coming in. Everyone's floating in. So nice to see everybody. I love these. I love these lives for two reasons. Because it gives me a chance to show off all of the people and the new friends I've met, and whatever, and give everybody.
It's really nice to meet
Yeah, my pleasure as well.
Put faces to it.
And your daughter's, your
Oh,
daughter's a
she's a
sweetheart
beauty,
as well.
isn't she?
Yeah, she really is. And so get a chance to open up the meetup to the YouTube public, and whoever cares to either come in live or in the replay and watch it has an opportunity a little bit to see what they were, see what was going on. But more so, I just love the live. I think the live is my favorite form of video because it's interactive, it's live. There's
I see there's 17. Look at
there's
this.
17 people in the chat right now, and we're hanging out with all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're hanging out with 17 of you
Yeah.
and about 25 of us, and we're
Yeah.
bringing the both, bringing the both halves together. So that's kind of pretty cool. I really like that. And we will be doing what I usually do. For those of you not really familiar with the format of my channel, it's always a 4-part deal. Before the event, Mary and I always interview the organizers. So for this one, we had John and Corey in a pre-recorded video and discussed the event, kind of promote it. We do it a couple of months or a month before the actual event to bring awareness to the community about what the event's all about, what to expect, all the details, where to get tickets and everything. Kind of like a promotional thing, but introducing the meetup to the people. Then what I do is once I am here, I just start vlogging. I just record, and I'll put together a video of all the experiences. So you got to get a chance to come along with me, and the picking and the events and the speakers and the dinners and everything and all that. But the third aspect is what we're doing now, the live stream, which I think is my favorite part because it fulfills the purpose of the channel in the best way. Because here now, for those of you who didn't have the opportunity to come, now you have an opportunity to experience it firsthand, right here. Speak with me and
See
Kate.
who just popped up? Grandma Pop's Vincent. She's right there.
Hey, I know you guys.
And I know
That's
she's
great. Well, Teresa, you can really make 3 steps forward and not have to and not have to
Hi, Teresa.
and not have to
It's so funny.
text it in. And then the fourth we're gonna we'll grab Teresa to come on in
Yeah.
a couple of minutes. But the fourth aspect is once all the dust is settled and I'm home for a week or so, I'll do like another live hangout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where all of the attendees
That'd be fun.
and all the attendees are invited to come back, and all of you in the YouTube world have an opportunity to come. We'll just like talk a little bit about any excuse to get together with with my peeps. Really is what the purpose is. So, what did you think overall of the meetup? Okay, it was your first time here at
First time
Price
with
and
any
Profit.
of the reseller community, and it's
So
great.
it's your first meetup.
It is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the
And,
first one's always you always remember your first, like I say. Right? So you had a good time.
Yeah, really good to put conversations that I can jump in on. When watching you guys, I just love your input, but I want to give back too. So meeting up with you guys has been great.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Cool.
Yeah.
Lori wants to know what was your best pick of the day. You made some good picks.
Well, I got that vacuum
vacuum cleaner.
that I bought for $25. It's an old canister vacuum.
And what did it value out? Like a couple $100?
I bought it for $25. It just the vacuum itself is a $200, and then I can piece out all the
all
extras
accessories
that
and all.
came. So I'll probably
Cool.
make about $450 on a $25
Nice.
buy.
Nice.
Yeah.
You did
And it-
much better
Good
than
sell-through rate.
Yeah.
That's important.
good. Yeah. Well, I'm glad because I was encouraged. I guess you were going to go out sourcing without my influence anyway. Today,
Oh, it
right?
was fun with
But I
you,
was
though.
pushing you to go out there. And,
Yeah.
and here I am. But again, it didn't matter. Like I said, I did end up getting a lot of stuff the previous 2 days, so I could bring home some stuff to.
They were kind of high prices at most of the places.
They were high.
Yeah.
You found stuff at every one.
Yeah, you can
found
find
stuff
stuff.
for everyone.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Let
definitely.
me go
cool.
grab Teresa for you.
All right. Yeah. Would
All
you
right?
please?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on.
All right, bye, guys.
Oh, I got Teresa in trouble. Grabs pop from there. I must be Corey. That really got her in trouble. So let's see. Catch up on the chat. Commonwealth Collection. Now, who's that? That's a new YouTube channel. Just kidding. That's my friend Kevin. The Commonwealth Picker, the Commonwealth Flipper, with the new channel, Commonwealth Collection. Check that. If you're not familiar with it, I'll make a little plug for Kevin. He's got a new video, and it just focuses in on take a particular topic like Tupperware or trolls or PVC figures, and he'll just investigate the good, the bad, the ugly about all those different collectible kind of items. And I think he did like VHS tapes and all. He did that one like a while back, and that was really good with Rod. I remember that. There's Meg.
I am not
Lilac
Teresa.
Silver. She's not Teresa.
I'm not Teresa. Teresa is working on my computer
Oh.
and my thermal printer right now. So she is MIA because my thermal printer is not working at all. And yeah, so that I've got hive mind over there trying to fix it.
But anyway,
for me.
this is Meg, the lilac seller, who, and again, I just love her. She's just such a sweetie. We met. We met. I know each other
Cincinnati.
since Cincinnati
Yeah.
was the first time, right?
Cincinnati.
And I have like the definite distinction of being on a photograph, a still photo with Meg on John Flippin' Ain't Easy's outro. So, and I'm a mod and a good friend of John. So I watch his show, his live show, every Monday and every Friday, and I stay till the end and I watch the outro photos. And there's me and Meg having dinner with John and Jenna and Archie, and I'm reminded about Meg all the time. And she's pretty active in the meetup community. I saw you here last year
Yeah.
as well.
I think it's the third time we've got third or fourth time we've been together in places.
Yeah.
And
It's a lot of fun.
the first time I really got to hang out with you was that luncheon with John and Jenna from
Right.
Flippin' Ain't Easy, and that was great. So,
Right, because he had that was his outreach to the community.
Yeah.
He wanted to invite his like following, and Meg has been a follower of John's as I was, so we got a chance to really. And that was an interesting lunch. We got to got really close to know each other a little
Yeah.
bit. There's just like six of us. We had a lot of fun in it.
I was just telling the kids over there that I didn't know who you were yet, and I had heard your name all over the place because we had that auction like a day or two before for
Right.
St.
Yeah.
Jude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I just kept hearing that Mike was winning all the auctions. And I'm like, who is this guy? And then we ended up at that luncheon and it put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, oh, this is the guy
Oh,
who
I
put
didn't know
home
that.
all the
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
from the St. Jude auction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was showing off one of those acquisitions when I had John Cincinnati Picker, who was one of the hosts of the reseller rally. He is the host of the upcoming reseller rally, but he was one of the co-hosts back then, and he had auctioned off his original Cincinnati Reds Cincinnati Picker hat that he wore like for the first 6 years of his doing video content. So he put that on the auction block. Now I'm not even a hat wearer, but I had to have that hat because as a memento of John. So I got that hat, and actually I wore it. I had John on the channel, Mary and I had John on the channel to promote the upcoming reseller rally. So I had to put the hat on.
Am I going to see you there?
Oh yeah, definitely. No.
Okay. I've got tickets for the event the night before. I'm probably not doing the boat, but I'm coming to the meetup the night before.
Oh, you're not going to come on the boat's the
Probably
best part,
not.
though.
I feel claustrophobic.
Yeah,
It
the
makes
boat's big though.
the boat's big,
You can go on the top deck.
but I can't leave the boat. That's the problem.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And I just look at the shore and I think about like how long it would take me to swim.
Oh,
So
I
I'll
see.
just meet you guys back at the hotel.
Okay, all right, but you'll be there. No,
Yeah.
that's great.
Last time around, I stayed up till 4 a.m. drinking with Roman in the lobby. So
Well, that's
I'll be
fun, too.
there.
That's fun too.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a lot of
I'm
fun.
going to go back to Teresa and see if she's fixed my printer.
Okay, all right, Meg. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, that's Kevin in the chat. It was in the chat. Kevin says I had to start to make my meetups with the new channel. I was slacking. Well, that's right. He is a sub for on all the other 18 channels. He's a sub to my channel. So I guess I just got one more sub. Kevin, you're like about 20% of my subscriber base, but that's cool. The more the merrier with you, my friend. It's good to see you. Josh, would you like to come on?
Sure.
On the podcast.
Yeah, it'll be my first podcast.
First podcast. We have a newbie YouTube podcast member. This is Josh.
How's it going, guys?
Good. Have a seat, relax. Tell us a little bit about you and your experience with the meetup.
Hey, everybody. My name is Josh Winter, and I have Winter Antiques. I also have a marketplace over on district.net/oil gas country. I go from Goodwill
Your
bins.
boss is in the chat, by the way. Kevin's in the chat.
Hey, Kevin. And so I thrift from anywhere from the Goodwill bins to curb alerting to doing garage sale cleanouts, and I've been doing this full time for about 2 months now. So really appreciate coming down to the reseller event, and it's been a wonderful time.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. I got to meet Josh, and we went picking together. And he said, "Well, what do you like?" So I told him a little bit broad strokes of what I like to sell, and he kept on picking for me and finding stuff that's really not even in this category. But he was able to say, "Try this," and I looked at it and he was like, "Yeah, this valued out of like $30. You valued at $20." So I said, "Yeah, keep on picking for me. You did a good job."
Yeah, I noticed that he was into the vintage pottery in China, and I have a little experience with doing garage sale cleanouts and getting a lot of that stuff in. So I think that piece was from Germany, correct? It was a very light decorative.
No, it was Occupy Japan.
Okay,
Yeah,
yep, that was it. Yeah,
the Oriental piece. But then there was another piece. I don't remember where that was.
that was a very lighter pottery.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how light that.
Right, it was kind of like a Demi-Tasse cup.
Yes,
Demi-Tasse cup and plate.
Definitely probably
It was
like
like
340s, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say so. It was like opaque. But I was
Yes,
look through it.
It's very
Really a
light
nice
color.
piece, and I would have spotted it. We found it right away. And said, yeah.
Pretty reasonable price at that one too. So that was awesome.
So, what'd you think of the? What'd you think of the meetup overall?
I love the meetup.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. Great information today, and the people who were talking. I didn't. This is the first meetup I've done, so I didn't know a whole lot of people here. I seen Mike, and I was super excited to see him and get to meet him. But it's been a wonderful adventure here, and I have gotten a whole lot of knowledge. It was really nice to talk to some other people about wholesaling, as every now and then I'll have 600 to 700 pounds of clothes dropped off at my house, and talking to some resellers of how to process that and kind of just jump into it right away was a wonderful experience and really took some stress off of me. So
Yeah, that's the great thing about the meetups. Like, you have 20, 30, 40 people, all with varied backgrounds and all with different experiences. And there's always going to be someone that's going to be able to speak to you specifically about a current situation. Not everyone might not have the answer, but between everyone, you strike up a conversation. And I was in the middle of a conversation with you earlier today during the conference period, where like solutions were just sent to you like that amazingly.
And it was really fun to go reselling with a bunch of other resellers. I know some people, it's I don't want to go reselling with another person because there might be some competition. And this was totally not like that. And it was really fun to experience just reselling with other people and helping people find items that they like to sell.
Yeah, absolutely. Just want to take a minute to just acknowledge a good friend of mine, Beard King Picker, is in the chat. Hi, Alex. Thanks for coming by. And there was someone else who I didn't recognize the name, but I always like to acknowledge everyone. And I apologize if I do know you, but I don't know you by your handle. The Santee Swapper sounds like a new name to me, so I want to welcome you to the channel. And if I do know you, but not by that name, I apologize for that. In fact, tell me if I do know you, if we've met. But everyone's welcome. Always good to have anyone and everyone on the channel and the chat, because that's what we're all about. We're just community, and we want to kind of spread the love and be able to have everyone be comfortable and hang out with each other. That's what's great about the meetups. You come in and then you're kind of like forced into hanging out with everyone. Not that you're forced, of course, but
it was nice to jump in right away. Everyone was very friendly, and conversations will start sparking up real quick. Yeah,
we go like we're here in the lobby of the Doubletree, the hotel where where we've been staying and where the conference was today and all of that. And the event for the day, which was the last thing of the evening, was a dinner that the event organizers gave us. They paid for our dinner tonight. It was over like 2 or 3 hours ago, but we still have a whole lobby full of people. No one wants to, and I always say that. It's funny because we have these meetups, and we're up early in the morning. We're yard selling. We're doing different, the thrift bus, whatever the case may be. It's a full day packed full of different experiences, different events that we all enjoy doing. So you would think like by 8 or 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I mean, I'm like dead tired, but no one's going anywhere.
No.
We'll be here till like 12, 1 in the morning, because what it is this is our village. We really, we all have like a love and respect and affinity for each other. So when we have and it's not every day that we have this opportunity to spend time together. So when we do, we value it, and we never really want to make the party end. So this happens all the time. At every meetup that I've gone to, invariably the lobby of the hotel, the main hotel, was always a hotbed of just small little 2 or 3 people in the corner talking. There were a whole group of people sitting around the fireplace, exchanging experiences and all. And it's a lot of fun. That's really in essence what it boils down to. What the purpose of the meetups are. I mean, we learn stuff. We go out sourcing, and we make our contacts and all of that. But basically, it's just about getting together and really experiencing each other. It fills that void because, like as I mentioned before, it's when you're home, you don't have this at home. I mean, you might get a little bit of camaraderie if you happen to be on someone's live stream or responding in the chat. We get to know each other on the chats and all a little bit. That's nice, but it's not really like actually, it's the next best thing to being there. But being here is like just, I guess I live for this stuff. So what else?
I seen that a rural squirrel.
Yeah,
it's nice to see you join in. We did go to the Omaha bins, and that was, I believe, our first stop.
Yeah.
I think we had about an hour or so, or maybe a little longer than that, to do some sourcing.
Someone said, who was it? I don't remember who it was, but they made a mention that you had been to the Omaha bins once before, maybe a number of times before, and you did well on those bins. I'm trying to remember who it was. You'll probably know, Chris. I don't remember.
And the Omaha bins had a very variety of items. I picked up some vintage hardware to put a Pikachu Squishmallow the other day. So
Yeah. Cool. So, any plans on? So now that you're an official meetup participant, yeah, it always tends that you kind of like. There hasn't been a person that I've met who hasn't really come away from the meetup really enjoying the time, like invested in going back. So I won't make an assumption for you, but I'm sure you'll be attending other meetups coming up. And make sure you stay tuned to the Mike Metco meetup channel, and then we keep everyone abreast of all of that. So what else do you have to say, my friend?
thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate you all. Big shout out to Mike here. Wonderful guy. I was so excited to see him. I actually couldn't even believe it that it was actually him in Omaha. I was like, what? And
I'm everywhere.
It's been a wonderful thing working with him and
Yeah,
sourcing with him.
likewise. Yeah, it was so much fun.
It's been
I enjoyed Josh's company. Like I said, he helped me. We were like shoulder to shoulder in the thrift stores yesterday and today and all of that. A lot of fun and not only enjoyable, but worthwhile. Because like I said, we're all there to like help each other out.
Yeah, and that aquarium pH test kit that I showed you the other day, that was very interesting.
Tell me a little bit about that. That was an amazing find.
It was a $3 find. It was an old aquarium pH test kit. Had the actual like glass vials in there to take the syringe out and then test the water and stuff like that. I didn't comp it, but that's just kind of my cup of tea of items. Yeah. So we'll see what it sells for.
Yeah, interesting piece.
It was interesting.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I love that. When you open that up, it's, wow, that is cool. And that'd be like right from the 50s or 60s, I think.
I would say 50s or maybe even a little earlier than that.
Yeah. Nice vintage piece. Yeah, so let me know.
I will have to let you know. Yes.
Let me know how you make out with that. Just send me a link to the listing. I might buy it from you.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you so much
for
having me on.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, everyone.
Take care. Yes. See if anyone is interested in coming on. Otherwise, I'll just maybe wrap it up. Let's see here. Lori, the Happy Picker, says, I think I like the Omaha bins better than the HC now, than the Kansas City bins now. Yeah, that was pretty good. It was a pretty good bins. I got some stuff. I filled up a half an IQ bag with stuff. Just be bringing that from. Really great for me. So let's see. I don't know if anyone else is coming on. Are there any other questions or comments? So let's focus in on the chat and see if now I could. I don't like to ignore the chat, but if I'm having guests, I like to accommodate them as well. So it's a little hard to bounce back between both of them. But anyone know? Alex says anyone know. So is the Nashville meetup not happening this year? I don't know. I had contacted Ray because I wanted to start promoting it on our channel, and he says he wasn't sure if it's going to happen this year. It's going to be like in June. So that's all I know. It's certainly not going to happen in April like it did last year. I don't know where we're at. I hope everything's okay. I hope that they do have it. Look, it's not easy organizing a meetup, and it is a labor of love. I tell you, it's a lot of work. I mean, I know from personal experience. Alex will tell you that the locker room, the resale locker room, had organized the East Tennessee meetup last year, which ended up being a really nice meetup, and they had asked. They had approached Mary and I to help them organize it. We did, and it was, it was work. It was like 2 or 3 months of continual attention to establishing the venue and getting the speakers and getting all the supplies and everything and setting it up and scheduling it and getting all of the attendees together. And Mary had set up a Facebook page for the locker room and servicing that. And I'm not complaining. I mean, it was a lot of fun because we had the opportunity to kind of work together on an intimate basis each and every day. We had a group chat between Jefferson and Ben and Alex, Mary, and myself, and we were constantly back and forth on that. And not only wasn't all business, we would still have like some fun on that. It was cool. It was cool, but the takeaway was that at the end of the day, it is a lot of work. So I know that the Nashville meetup was experiencing some growing pains. I mean, it was 50 attendees the first year, and then it blew up to like 200 attendees last year. And it had such great buzz that we had anticipating maybe 250, 300 people this next year. So maybe it's, it wasn't, feasible for Ray to like kind of, I don't want to second guess. I really don't want to speculate. I don't know what the situation is, but certainly I don't fault him for not moving forward with it. And maybe it'll surface at some later point. I hope it does. That's all the information that we know about that. Alex needs to step up and help. Lori, the Happy Picker says, "I'll help with the nest." That's right. That's Alex's backyard. So maybe you should give Ray a call. But you got to concentrate on your meetup. Now, I don't know. It's tentative right now, but Ben says that they're probably going to go ahead with the second East Tennessee meetup. I hope that happens. So we're waiting on that. And again, like I said, these things are not easy, and all the stars have to align pretty much. And people have to be in the right places and all for these things to happen. So it is a lot of work. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Kevin acknowledges that Nashville was a good time this year. Yeah, that was such a great event. I mean, real happy times. Ray did a great job, and he had a nice crew of assistants. All his co-hosts from his podcast, Brandon and Ray and Kristen, all were part of the crew of bringing that to us. And it was a fun venue, and it was a free event too, by the way. So maybe that's another factor. I'm sorry to keep on speculating, but maybe Ray was talking to me about once it gets to a certain size, the feasibility of an event being free becomes less and less. So maybe you had to consider charging. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully it happens. So Alex says that no, because of the other Ohio meetup happening on the same day. Yeah, that's true. The date of the last East Tennessee meetup was the same weekend that the reseller rally is going to. So just want to make a little pitch. This is what the purpose of the channel is, to support the meetups. Just want to make a pitch. I don't know if Josh is still in the chat, but he is a sponsor of the reseller rally coming up in Ohio. Covington, just some water, please. Thank you. Thanks, Josh. The reseller rally coming up in September 25th, 26th. That third week, I'm not sure the exact date, 26th and 25th, 26th of September, which has been kind of like a semi-annual or every 3-year event. I attended the last one, which was hosted by John Cincinnati Picker and Pete Craigslist Hunter, and Kevin Commonwealth Picker was also one of the hosts of that last one. And that's been something that's gone for like 3 years before, three events before. The first one was in 2017. That was primarily hosted by Pete Craigslist Hunter, and that was in Chicago. And then it expanded the second year, and he had added as hosts John and Lonnie, Shed Flips, the host of Shed Flips channel, and that was a great one. I did not have the opportunity to go, but it was a great one. We had a fun time. And the next one was with Kevin and Pete and John, and it's a fun. It's you're not going to learn anything. It's going to be just networking, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a party. It's a 2-day event. Basically, the first event is at the Embassy Suites, the hotel, where it's hosted by right in. It's actually the Embassy Suites it's in Kentucky, but Kentucky and Cincinnati are two bordering cities right opposite each other on the Ohio River. So the Friday night is going to be just a meet and greet. The two separate events. You could choose to go to one or the other or both. It's not required that you attend both. The first one is just a meet and greet at the hotel. I think it's like $35 if I'm not mistaken. And what it is, it's like kind of like an open bar and some hors d'oeuvres for a couple of hours at the hotel. And then after that, it just goes on. It goes into the early hours of the night, but the event is, I think, 2 or 3 hours officially where the bars open and the hors d'oeuvres are served. That's Friday night. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Of course, it's open.
Thanks, Trish.
You're welcome.
The best. I love you, Trish.
Thank you, Mike.
And then the second event, the main event of the weekend is the ride down the Ohio River with the riverboat. And they rent out the entire boat. It's a dinner cruise. It's 5 hours, and we all embark on the I think on the Kentucky side. Get on the boat, and then we just ride down the Ohio River for 2 hours, and then turn around and come back in the moonlight, in the beautiful seascape and the skyscrapers and all the views of both cities on either side. Really nice, really nice. And it's a party time. And anybody is going to be there. I'm amazed every day that I speak to someone and everyone's telling me, yeah, I'm going to go. So that is the event to be at, I must say. And it's a lot of fun. Tickets are, according to John, are still available. There's not going to be a limitation, I don't think, on the number of tickets, if I'm not mistaken, because it's a big boat. It's a triple-decker boat. Big boat. The top deck is like the disco deck with the disco ball and the karaoke and the IKEA fashion show, which is the laugh, where there's 3 teams that go against each other, and they're given like 5 IKEA bags, a roll of strapping tape, and a scissor, and they fashion like some kind of an outfit, and then they do a little presentation with the outfit. It's a lot of laughs. It's a regular event at each of the reseller rally events, and the music and the food's pretty good. I tell you, it's a catered affair, and it's just like 5 hours doing what we do best, hanging out with each other. We have a good time. We're looking forward to that. It wasn't last year. I talked to John on a different matter, and I said, John, are you gonna have that reseller rally event again? It's about time. He says, yeah, I think we're gonna do that. So we agreed to have him. He's hosting it himself this year, but all the previous co-hosts will be there. Pete will be there, Kevin will be there, Lonnie will be there, and it's going to be pretty cool. I'm psyched for that. Yeah, this September. So let's catch up on the chat. Oh, Brad is back. Brad was in on the test stream earlier. He said hello, and he is back. How are you, my friend Bradley? Good to see you. Glad. FPF is in the chat. I'm excited. I got my ticket seen. I didn't know that was going to be there. There's another one to be there. ABC Matt, where you need to make the dolphin noise one day. And I think that's caught up. Will be that's the chat caught up. It's awesome. Great to meet you. Quite the trek for you. Yeah, ABC Matt will be there. I really should compile a list. I forget the number of people that are there. And you know, don't get me wrong. It's not like you have to be a YouTuber to get credit for being at the meetup. I mean, everyone, we're all equal. You know, we're all happy to see everyone, but there are a lot of people that if you watch any YouTube content at all, you will get an opportunity to see or maybe meet for the first time, get to hang out with, and finally meet someone that you maybe followed on YouTube for a while. That's always exciting as well. And get them to meet you, because you know I'm learning from that end as well myself, that you know I get to know some of the people that some of his followers, some of his subscribers just by name, but I haven't had the opportunity to meet them yet. You know, so like today, for example, you know, it was so nice to meet Josh for the first time. It was so nice to meet Kate for the first time. You know, really, truly a pleasure. Now they know me from watching the videos with them, but I ain't nothing. I'm just a person who's like them. So it's a good opportunity to kind of get on an equal footing with everyone. So I love all the people. I love my community, and I want to get to really, you know, see in person as many people as I can, because you've enriched me through the chats, you've enriched me through the different live streams and everything. It's always cool to to hang out with you in a live stream. Much better to actually meet in person. Alex had some looked like some kind of a funny comment. Mike, can I stay in your bathtub for the meetup? Yeah, wherever you want, Alex. I would be glad to have you anywhere and get a chance to hang out with you under any circumstances. So let's see, Matt. That's not the farthest I went. The Trash to Cash in Orlando. Yep, that's right. Matt did go to both of the Trash to Cash meetups. The one in Orlando and the one in Vegas. And I had the pleasure of hanging out with him in both of these. It says that I live in Florida. I couldn't make it to the Trash. He was right in your backyard. Right? So, that's so funny. Oh, we're on for an hour and a half. Time really goes flies when you're having fun. And I always have a dilemma. You know, I certainly don't want to cut the live stream short. I don't want to run it to the point of where it's boring. So what I usually do is I just kind of like, as long as people are engaged and interested in keeping a basic average, viewership, I'll go all night. I mean, I've had one live stream in 5 hours. It's just people kept on coming. Some people would come and some people would go, but for the most part, we kept engagement for those entire 5 hours. So I have no problem. I'm glad to accommodate. In other words, if the chat will have me, I'm not going anywhere. So it's all good. I guess I live for this stuff. So just a little bit about moving forward now. So the meetup is officially over. It's Saturday night. A lot of people stay all day tomorrow as well. We'll probably get another day of garage sales, estate sales, or whatever, to experience and enjoy. And then some people like myself stay till Monday, and I'll be leaving Monday in the afternoon. The reason why I'll always stay like till Monday, because typically a lot of the meetups involve some Sunday activities. So I'm not leaving the day of the meetup. So I'll always leave at least the day after. So now, even though the meetup is over today, tomorrow is kind of like a free day, but there'll still be people here. I'd say probably half the people will still be here tomorrow, and we'll get to hang out. And I don't like to leave until actually the next full day, because in the event that I've accumulated enough purchases that don't fit in my 2 suitcases, then what I have to do is I have to box them up and bring them to UPS, and the shippers aren't open on Sunday. So I stay Monday just so that I can ship my purchases home. It doesn't look like that's happening right now unless I make a big windfall of purchases tomorrow, which could possibly happen. And then we'll package them up, and I'll be back home on Monday, back to my home in Yonkers, and just get back to my sidewalk act, right, and then get ready for the next couple of meetups. So I'm excited to hear that. Trish was mentioning that there's going to be something in Florida, so I'll be shooting out to attend that one for sure. Because I have a lot of other friends in Florida. When I go to a particular area, I try to maximize and maybe get a chance to visit Dave and Carrie and Rod, perhaps, and maybe Kat, and Mike, Death Pile, and I might get to see everyone, all those people if I can cross paths with a couple of them, or whatever, all to the good. So definitely look forward to that. And then the upcoming September, we start a rally. That's a given. Also, I'm trying to get the Buy It Now podcast guys, Jimmy, Keith, and Ray. They were going to all meet for the Highway 30 sale on Memorial Day. I said, look, let's get together. That's kind of close to me. I'd love to. I've met Jimmy a couple of times, but I never met Keith or Ray, so I'd love to get an opportunity to meet them in person and go picking with them. So possibly you might see that we will organize a little bit of an informal meetup. It's not going to be no bells and whistles. Just we're going to be together at this date, Memorial Day. Perhaps it'll be Jimmy's birthday that weekend, so we'll celebrate his birthday. And I'll post it, and if anyone's in the area want to come and hang out with us, come pick with us, or come just hang out, have a meal with us or whatever. I'll keep you posted on that. So that's coming up. That's coming up possibly in the future as well. So let's see. Let me go back to that. To a state sale yesterday. Lori says I went to a state sale yesterday. I listed everything I got the same day and sold something so nice. So my score is looking good too. So Matt says awesome, Lori. Brad says hello to Matt. Says all right, peace. Mike, enjoy the rest of the P2P. I guess he's checking out. Nice for coming by, Matt. Good seeing you. Brad says, man, I'll have to find out fake. Cousin Eddie took Clark to Vegas, vacation, cheap. Just have a sidebar conversation. Everyone's saying, Joy, that's leaving. Kevin's still in here, and he says, hey, we have a house for sale on my road. You should move down, Mike. That's great. That's a great invitation, Kevin. You never know. I just take you up on that. I would love to have you as a neighbor. And then we have Rosie Crystal. Just came in. Hi, Rosie. How are you? Good to see you. Alex Beerkin says, all right, Mike, Brad, Kevin, Lori, and everyone. Alex Crash out. All right, Alex, thanks for coming by. Give my love to Bethany and the kids. Brad says, I figured you'd be moving to Tennessee, Kevin. I guess with the garage mahal coming up now, you'll be a Virginia boy for a tad longer now. Yeah, I think what Kevin should do is put up, in addition to that big warehouse, put up some rooming. Just put up a place where like 5 or 6 of us could move in at any given time. I'm sure I would love that, but you know, something to consider. These taxes are killing me, Kevin says. Tennessee or Florida sounds appealing. Also, Virginia taxes are high, huh? Yes, you live in New York. Yeah. So just to show you that I'm not lying, this is a crowd that just doesn't quit. That's the remains. They're only down to about 5 or 6 people, but you know they'll be there in the lobby for hours, I'm sure. So Lad says, yeah, Kevin, come on down. You're in Florida. Stop paying state income tax on top of the federal income tax. That's right. Florida doesn't have any state tax, right? Brad says cost of living here is nice too. And Kevin says state income tax stinks. At least it's not New York. Yes, I just heard that. It is high. But privileges of, I guess, living in New York. I don't know. New York, no, nothing special. I guess I'm going to call it unless anyone has anything pressing to say. I'm getting a little tired. It was a long day. But I do want to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart for taking some time out of their evening and spending some time with us. I hope that you enjoyed getting a little glimpse into what this meetup was all about this weekend. Really wish that more of you could have come, but like I said, the purpose of this meetup is to show what goes on here, and hopefully it encourage people to maybe think about coming to this one or any meetup for that matter. It's not important where which one you go to. They're all different. Some are more elaborate, some are more intimate than others. But I do encourage everyone to try to reach out and experience some kind of a meetup, big or small, whenever you possibly can. And that can stretch just from like having like a little get together. I mean, I go yard selling and I see the same 5 or 6 people at all the different yard sales. I befriend them. I get to know them. We hang out a little bit, or do a set up. When Trish was on earlier, we were talking about the eBay seller circles. You can start a meetup, a seller group. It's called seller circles now, where you can just eBay will support you on that. They'll give you a mailing list of all the people in your area that sell on eBay, and you can contact them through a mailing list and start your own. And it can be anything, however you fashion it. Now eBay doesn't really set it up for you, but they will facilitate by giving the information. And then if you happen to have little face-to-face meetups, they'll provide. And if you have an event or whatever, they'll provide you with some swag. They're very good at that. And then you have however you want to fashion. You want to have a monthly or weekly. You want to have it just virtual. You want to have it just face-to-face. You can have it a hybrid meetup, and that's a meetup. And just the opportunity to hang out, whether it's virtually or in person, with other people who do the same thing that we do, can only benefit all of us. Because we all learn from each other, we help each other out. Just the fact that we give each other company where there might not be company otherwise is really, really a cool thing. So I really encourage it. However you can. And I'm not saying that you got to fly across the country to go to one of these major meetups, but if something's like kind of in your area and you can get in the car and drive a couple hours, consider doing it. You will not be sorry. I've met a lot of people who attended a meetup and it was their first meetup, and in every case, including myself, the people were blown away by the experience. I mean, I know when I went to my first meetup, it was the first course back in 21. I didn't even know what meetups were. I had no idea what to expect. I was totally overwhelmed by the experience, and I remember saying, "Boy, I love these things, and I'm going to commit to going to as many of them as I possibly can." And I have. I've been to maybe 16 or 18 different big meetups, since then. I've organized a couple of meetups myself, small, and I've loved every meeting. It's a lot of fun, and it's constructive too. It's not just idle entertainment. We're having laughs, we're having a good time, but we're also we're improving our ability to resell by meeting other people, exchanging ideas, and it really is a worthwhile thing. So, all right, wrapping it up, let me just see what everyone has to say before we check out. Well, at least it's not California, Alex says. Kevin says, thanks for the live mic. Thanks for coming, Kevin. I appreciate it. Brad says, I just wanted to jump on the show and show you some love, Mike. You're the best. No, you're the best, Brandon. I love you, man. And Rad says, throughout this year will be my first reseller meetup event ever. Finally, that's great. Glad you picked a good one to start, my friend. I'll tell you, you're going to really enjoy yourself. So, with that, I am going to again say thank you all for spending some time with me here tonight and with my friends here at Plains to Profit Meetup in Omaha. And be good, everyone, and stay in touch. I will be doing probably I always do like a little wrap up, like a week after I get home. I do like this little hangout, and I invite all the attendees of the meetup to come on. It'll be another live stream as I invite all of you also to come on. And it's just like a bullshit session, just another excuse to have a live, and we use the experience of this meetup as a springboard for conversation, but we get involved in other conversations and other reselling and non-reselling related events, and just an opportunity to spend time together, which is what we're all about. So again, I thank you very much for coming, all of you, and we'll see you shortly. Thanks again. Have a good night.